Hey guys, Eric with Synergy Martial Arts. Today I'm here with my student Hayden, and what we're going to look at in this video is we're going to look at 4 basic guard passes and a little bit of a flow set that is good for any new practitioner or anybody just wanting to learn some options from the ground. So as I get Hayden's guard from in here, okay, one of the things that we're going to look at first is we're going to look at the inside knee slice pass, okay? So I want to keep, because it's no-gi right now, I want to keep my hands on the belly, and I want to kind of make that butterfly position right here, which helps keep him based. All right, now from here, I'm going to bring my knee to the inside as I rotate my hips away to open the guard. Now from here is going to dictate a lot of what my pass is going to do, and this is what we're going to look at for these 4. So right now, my partner's got a loose base with his legs. It gives me the comfortable option of coming up into that combat base position toward my knees up between his legs, and I'm kind of in this neutral position to dictate whichever way that I want to go. Right now, we're going to do the inside knee slice pass, so I'm going to drop my knee to the ground. But as I do that, notice how my arm's on the outside, my hand's going to come back in here, and as I start to go to the ground, I don't want to keep my posture too high. My knee goes here. My top side hand is going to go underneath his armpit as my knee touches, and I'm going to swing my leg over for the kickstand. What this does is help keep my partner anchored, so it's hard for him to get that underhook. Now from here, I can simply lift to expose his arm. Sometimes what happens a lot is that he pushes on my knee to kind of try to prevent me from continuing my pass. In that case, I just grab behind the elbow and lift up, okay? Notice how I'm back on my leg. I'm gonna do kind of that baseball slide movement in here to stay nice and tight to him. And I don't wanna stay here. You can into the judo side control or the Keiza position, but what I wanna do from in here is establish a good side control. So, hey, just a little bit. So what I go from in here, what I like to do is expose and lift, expose his shoulder by isolating it with my arm by lifting. And then I'm gonna switch my feet, keeping my knee close to his temple. I'm gonna bring myself up into that position, get nice wide knees, get a good base, and I can cross my arms waiting for him to bring it around for the Americana. I can get a good base, or whatever the case may be from that position on how you want to finish, okay? So that's the inside knee slice pass. But now let's look at the option that once I'm back into this combat base, is now maybe what happens is I'm gonna force him to his other hip, or he just goes to that other hip. So what I'm going to do now is the outside knee slice. So as my knee goes to the ground, I'm gonna pick this back leg up. My hand's gonna go to the inside as my other hand drops down behind and gets a good bite behind his neck. This goes underneath his leg, and I'm gonna get a cradle position. Be careful with your partner because I can put a lot of tension on the hips right here depending on how flexible your partner is. Now from this pass, I have 2 options from in here. I can make a nice big high leg from in here and replace the side control, or we can go into just a basic knee up side control position. So from here, I just simply replace my leg, put it kind of in that knee up position, kind of like a knee on belly. I'm gonna let my leg slide off, and I'm gonna establish my side control from in here. More than likely, he's gonna have his frame, but we have ways of dealing with that, okay? So those are the inside and the outside knee slice pass. But now what we have to look at is when I open the legs, what happens with my partner if he keeps a little bit of tight pressure with his knees? He's a more skilled opponent, right? So as I'm in here, so as we open up the guard from in here, all right, so as I'm in here, now his knees, I can feel, are tighter to me here. One of the things I want to be mindful of is to not leave my arm overly exposed here. If it's no-gi, I just bring my arm back, and I want to use that elbow to the inside and create some a tight pressure right here on the inside of the knee. If it's gi, I have the collar, I just bring my arm in on the inside, so I'm not going to get triangle choked. So as I bring my arm in, I feel this in here, I'm gonna bring my arm to the inside and I'm gonna hook underneath here. Now, I'm not gonna lift and try to throw his leg over. What I'm gonna do is put my knee to the ground as I collapse my body and shuck his leg up to my shoulder, getting that gable grip around the hips, and I'm off at a 45-degree angle. Now from here, I'm gonna take my outside hand and I'm gonna, in one motion, cup the shoulder as I try to put steady pressure on his, from his knee towards his nose. As that happens, I engage my toes. I'm gonna get this cradle position for the other leg. I'm gonna sprawl, hip towards the head side as I walk around his legs, looking at the ceiling, letting them come off, and I establish my side control position from in there. Now the last thing we're gonna look at is from this position is now, as I start going for the single stack, he starts to move his knee, maybe trying to go for that knee shield position. But anyway, he's got leverage being able to push me this way. So what I want to do is, this arm's already on the inside. So this one should already be monitoring in here. What we're going to do is collapse that around and drive and engage my toes going into that double stack position. And then we're going to finish the same way. Left hand or right hand, whichever side you want to go. Left hand goes to the shoulder, knee to the nose, and I'm going to walk around the same fashion and control that side control from in there. Okay? So those are the 4 fundamental passes, basic passes that, you know, anybody in jiu-jitsu already knows. Anybody who's learning, wanting to learn something on how to escape that position, whether you study a different martial art, those are really 4 good options that you can do to help with your training. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, hit that subscribe button below. Check us out on our other social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And guys, we'll see you next time. As always, have fun and train safe. Thanks.